All right, my friends, this is Elliott Connie. Elliott is working on a bunch of TV projects produced by Tiffany Haddish.
Yep.
And just kind of like this kick-ass, deeply aware guy that I just totally adore. We're sitting here at my mastermind. And last time I talked to you, you were talking about the heroes and sheroes journey that we all go on.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, it comes time to start giving our gift in the world. And you were talking about how the trauma, the setbacks, the challenges are all a part of that.
Yeah.
Can you say more?
Yeah, I think a lot of times we have these gifts and these talents, and I really believe that you were gifted these things to share them. But hurts and harms cause us to be hesitant and not share them. And I actually think the hurt and the harm is like a part of the gift. Like, for example, professionally, I'm a psychotherapist. I have an increased level of self-awareness. I have an increased level of empathy, and I'm very like in tune with those things. But where I learned it was from the abuse I endured from my father. Like, it's part of the story. It's kind of silly as people, and a lot of us do it, me included in the past. It's like the story, we want to highlight the highlights as if the highlights are the story. But the story is the story. And if not for the abuse I endured, there wouldn't be some of the lessons that I have. Like, I was being interviewed on television a few months ago, and I said that we need to learn how to be grateful for the entire story. And someone, this particular show, they put it on their YouTube channel, and someone was like, so I should be grateful to the person who abused me? And I'm like, well, no, but you need to be grateful for life's lessons, all of them. We don't get to pick and choose just the highlights and the good parts. Because I sit here right now and I have like $1 million business and a large platform that's getting larger because I'm doing TV and podcasting, all those things. I wouldn't have any of that if not for the entire journey, including the abuse from my father. And I just think we have to own all of who you are. And I think a lot of human problems stem from we don't claim our entire being, and the entire being sometimes has difficulty in it.
Amen. And a woman, I have to say to my audience.
Yes.
And one of the things that I admire about you is how real you are. And
Thank
how no matter like what announcement you walk into the room with, whether it's, I just came from Will Smith's trailer or, working with Tiffany Haddish, like you just show up as Elliott.
Yes.
How do we do that as we grow in our leadership, our responsibility? How do we just stay 2 feet on the ground?
For me, it was hard. Like, to be honest with you, I think it starts with self-awareness and courage. I wish I could tell you I've always been the person who could just show up as themselves, but that's not true. I tried to assimilate and I tried to fit in until I realized like it was killing me. It was like causing me harm to not be myself. And the craziest thing happened. Like, the more I became courageous enough, I almost want to say comfortable, but the more I became courageous enough to be my authentic self in all spaces and settings, the more success I had. And I think success happened because of that. And I became the person I wanted to see in the mirror to the whole world. And you have to be willing to live with the consequences of that. And it's scary. It's totally scary. But every part of my life elevated when I made the decision. Like, I'm tired of not looking in the mirror and seeing myself. Like, I'm tired of like wearing the uniform in certain work settings. Like, I'm just going to show up and be me. And I was in such a difficult place. It's like, I'm going to live with the consequences of this. And the consequences are like, you get to be a millionaire. And the consequences are like, you get to go on movie sets and you get to have a TV show. None of that would be happening if I didn't do this. None of it.
And how does it feel that it is happening?
It's surreal. Like, people ask me all the time, like, how does this feel or that feel? I'm like, in order to answer that, I have to be able to process it. And I'm having such a hard time processing it. I can't really answer that, but I can tell you, I wake up every day excited. And not every day was perfect. Like, my business had a big wobble a couple of months ago, but even through that, like, I wake up every day excited. I wake up every day looking forward to the challenges and difficulties and the joys and excitements. I wake up every day really pleased with who I am and how I showed up. But more importantly, at the end of every day, I recognize who I see in the mirror. And to me, that's the biggest win of all time.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I'd rather be broke working at the post office as the truest, authentic version of me than like wealthy in the penthouse pretending to be something that I'm not. I would much rather, and that's not an exaggeration. I've had money and success, and I can now definitively say from a position of experience, it is not worth my soul. I can tell you that 100%.
I'm just taking a nice deep breath into that one.
Yeah, for sure.
It is not worth our soul.
No.
Which is why so many of the women who find their way to Women Rocking Business find their way because they are committed to rocking a mentorship-based business as themselves. That's why they're here. And they know that it's not always going to be easy.
No.
What would you say to them? I know you've just been through a lot on this journey of building and facing yourself again and again. And I'm so in awe of how transparent of a man you are and how committed you are to be in inclusivity in your heart. What would you say to women who are watching this, who are doubting themselves?
Oh my gosh. Doubt is the most useless emotion. I've never understood it because it serves nothing. It actually, like, doubt is like kryptonite. It makes you weaker the moment you start doing it. What I would say is the most important skill in business is connectivity. And you can't connect unless you're authentic. And you were born to be your authentic self. So it makes no sense. I really can't process it. Like, doubt doesn't, like, if I'm going to do a thing, right? Like, let's say you were to ask me to come do an interview like this. It wouldn't even dawn on me to be like, oh, I doubt I could get a message across, or I doubt I look right, or I doubt I, because that actually weakens my ability to do the task. And you were born to do the task. Like, that was actually the calling in the whole first place. So doubt has no space. Lean into your true, beautiful, authentic, wonderful self, and success is literally guaranteed. And I don't mean that hyperbolically. I literally mean it is guaranteed. The timing of it may vary, but it is literally guaranteed. The moment I decided, and there was a moment where I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I threw away all the collared shirts. Like, I've known you like a couple years now. You've never seen me in a collared shirt.
Hell no.
Right. I probably have about 50 ties at home in a box somewhere. Like, I just leaned into who I was. The moment I did that, success became guaranteed, like 100% guaranteed. It's just when and how it would happen. But it was like, I'm now on the path of my calling. And once you do that, you literally can't fail. Like, it is an impossibility to fail. So where would doubt be? I don't know where doubt would live in that space. I have no idea. I think women are miracle workers, actually. And I'll give you an example. My mother raised 3 kids in Boston, Massachusetts. I was the middle of 3 boys in Boston, Massachusetts. And the most amount of money I remember my mother making per year was $17,000. And even then, Boston was a really incredibly, expensive place to live. And I think back and I think, I'm now really impressed that my mother found a way to feed us 3 times a day. Every single day, my mother had a challenge. Like, how am I going to feed these kids? Oftentimes with little to no money. And every single day we ate. And I don't remember my mother doubting that. She just figured it out. And I think, first of all, I think people are miracle workers, but I think society puts pressures on women. And I think the roles that women are held accountable to do, men will never understand. Like, I went to the Barbie. I went to the Barbie. This is going to be a small flex, maybe a big flex, but I went to the Barbie world premiere. And when I got invited to it, they called and asked me to wear pink. And I was like, it's cool, no problem. And the world premiere was just this like sea of pink. And I was sitting with Billie Eilish, Kate McKinnon, Gal Gadot, the cast from the movie. It was such an amazing thing. And I remember watching the movie, and the movie didn't really resonate with me because the movie wasn't for me. You know, it was not for me. But there was a scene in the movie where I just burst into tears. And I'm sitting next to Kate McKinnon, and we're literally holding hands, and she's emotional, I'm emotional. And the scene, I understand the woman who did it has been nominated for an Emmy or Grammy or whatever, Oscar, whatever they get. But she gave that monologue about like women are supposed to be like, you're supposed to be sexy, but not too sexy. And you're supposed to cook the meals, take the kid, but look good while you're done. Like she gave this
epic.
And I cried because I thought about my mom. And I thought like of all the challenges and things my mother had to overcome while raising 3 boys. And then I thought like, those are not challenges placed on me as a man. They're not even challenges placed on me as a Black man. Now, I certainly have my own challenges, but like, why would you doubt? You're a superhero. You're literally like a walking, breathing, talking superhero. And you make miracles happen in your home like every day. You make miracles happen in your life every day. I just don't understand how doubt lives there. I just don't get it.
Women say yes to so much. And I love what you just landed, that when we look in the mirror and when we make a commitment to be our authentic selves and we stay true to that, success is inevitable.
100%.
It's just an issue of timing.
It's an issue of timing and variability. It's like, will it be $1 million or $1 billion? Or will it be a 6-figure this or a 7-figure that? Like, will it be a TV show? Like, I did not know that it would be a TV show. I did not know that I would be working with Tiffany Haddish. I did not know that I would be in the dynamics that I'm in. I had no clue, but I knew it would be success. It'll come. It's literally an inevitability. 100%.
I believe that too. I know we just have a minute or two left, but Elliott, thank you so much for being so real and so available and present with everyone you meet. You know, I watch you, whether it's the person serving our food or the speaker that just got off the stage. You're just the same, and you're real and you're present. And it breaks my heart open to know how many good humans there are on the planet and that you are among them.
Thank you.
And what would you leave these women with who are being so brave and would someday love to have big doors open for them, like the doors that are opening for you?
Wow. What would I leave them with? I would want to leave them with the doors are already there and you have the key to unlock the door. So just keep like trying different doors until the key unlocks it. If an opportunity doesn't work, it just wasn't your opportunity. It just wasn't your door. And I've had lots of opportunities not work. And little did I know, stages and television, that was my door. So like, just keep trying things. And when you experience a setback, understand that's just the universe or God or whatever letting you know that that's just not your door. And keep going and find the right door, and your life will never be the same once you do.
Thank you, Elliott.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget to hit subscribe so I can keep getting you weekly content to grow your business that is relevant, authentic, and effective, so you can get out there and shine your light and be the messenger that you're here to be, because your clients are waiting for you.